What's up, guys? It's Teach Me Tuesdays. A couple of you guys sent over your questions. I'm gonna go over them, I promise. Let me just send out this blast to everybody. If you have questions, this is the time on Tuesday where I answer whatever questions you have, whether it's agency, whether it's marketing, whatever's going on right now. Feel free to ask me. Say hi below so that I know who's on. Let me send this out while you guys are putting in your questions. And so now, that's why you guys got to use ManyChat. Okay, cool. What's up, Craig? What's up, Shivang? Mario. Hey, Mario. Mario did the challenge. Let's see who else. Joe is on here. You guys, it's Teach Me Tuesdays. Take advantage of it. We're going to do this call for an hour. I'm here to answer your questions. I may not know all the answers. I hopefully can help you and know some of them. But definitely say hi. Let me know what's up. Let me know where you're at. What are you working on? I'll go over a couple things I can talk about. In the meantime, if you guys didn't notice, on my, was it in my profile or my group? I made a post yesterday. Let's see. It was with Luke Skywalker and Yoda. Oh, there it is. I wanted to go over what I wrote and why I wrote it. And I guess I've just never spoken about this before or how important this is. This is like a rule of thumb with all marketing that I do. I'm just going to talk about this while you guys jump on here. So if you go to my personal profile page and you look for one of the recent posts, I think I did it yesterday morning. It says, do your profiles and websites answer these 3 questions? This is like a rule of thumb, the 3 questions. If you can't answer these 3 questions, you need to go back to your sites, you need to go back to your profiles, and you need to redo all of this to just make it easy for people to find you. And the way you make it easy for people to find you is you don't make them burn a ton of calories to try to buy your product or, contact you or anything like that. So the 3 questions are, what do you offer? What do you offer? Facebook ads, marketing services. Are you a marketer? If you just put your logo and your logo is like, like cats are going crazy now. So cat marketing or something like that. Nobody's going to know what that really is. Like, what kind of marketing do you do? Do you do radio, television? Do the cats do it? I don't understand. So you just have to be very blunt and to the point to where, do you need digital marketing? Are you running Facebook ads? I was actually building today and I finished it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But I built out a client acquisition bot. And in the client acquisition bot is, if you guys know, I don't like cold email. I don't do anything, but I kind of took my methods of how I sell my like Valentine's Day packages and my Mother's Day packages for my franchises and for my other clients. And I applied it to this accountability bot this client acquisition bot. And I made a quiz out of it and I made it fun. So I made it very different. And it's something I can use in the emails, something I can use in an ad. And it's super stupid simple, but it makes it very clear as to what I offer, what I'm going to help them with, what are they missing, and so on. So your website has to answer these 3 questions. And this isn't only your website, guys. You don't even need a website. I barely even use mine. I can't remember the last time I went to it, but it should be your profiles are the first thing you need to convert. I'm sorry, if you're going to be in the digital marketing world, you need to join the group and just Facebook's no longer to post pictures of that you're selling your cell phone on Marketplace or that your puppies, had a good time. You can do that, but you need a healthy mix of your business if this is going to be your business. Second question is, how will it make their life better? How will your service help them? So you have to list the benefits. I did the following for my restaurant and got them such money. I did the following for my client and made them this amount of money. So you have to make it very, very clear how your services are going to make their life better. If not, they're not going to buy into it. People don't buy products anymore. People don't buy services. They buy you, and they buy whatever you're going to do for them. And then a third final question is what do they need to do to buy it? If I need to go through 5 pages, scroll all the way down, go left, go right, go upside down to find a buy button or a contact button, you're doing it wrong, guys. You're doing it totally wrong. So go back to your website, ask yourself those 3 questions. If you forgot them from what I just said, go to my personal profile and look for a picture of Luke Skywalker and Yoda. It's that post and you'll find the 3 questions. Remember that they need to burn as little amount of calories as possible to be able to answer those 3 questions. If they're going to a million different pages to do that, you're already lost. And we all know that, especially on websites, you lose people after, max 45 seconds on a landing page, which is why we don't send people to landing pages. We send them to funnels or lead pages or lead forms and so on. All right, cool. Let's see who else jumped on. We got 40 people live. What's up? Say what's up. Say hi if you jumped on. This is live Q&A, guys. Ask me whatever you want. I will answer as much as possible. I don't know everything in the world, but if I don't know it, I will try to direct you to the person that can help you. But this is the place to ask, whether it's marketing, whether it's agency, whether it's whatever it is you want to ask. Let's see. Simon's on. Chris is on. What's up? What's up, Michelle? Hi, John. What's up, Ben? So Miguel asks, when you have no experience with Facebook ads, but you want to get a client to pay you, how do you go about doing that? Work for free? No. Learn on the job, get the job and outsource the work. Okay, so I want to say no to almost everything he just listed there, guys. So let's go one by one. So he's asking, when you have no experience, how do you get a client, right? One, you first need to be invested. Think about when you go to school. You get a lot of people pay for universities and colleges and so on. Obviously, that doesn't really work for our industry. Colleges and universities can't keep up with what's going on. So you need to still invest in your knowledge, whether it's finding the right coaches, finding the right courses. I'm not saying don't have shiny object syndrome and buy 50 different courses. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying follow people until you trust them and you know they're knowledgeable, and then either hire them as a coach or purchase their modules or whatever. But you have to apply the same method of when we grow up, we go to school, we learn. You still have to do it here too. So when it comes to Facebook ads, I say or digital marketing, I say you have to continually learn. So you always have to be up to date with what's going on, because what we were doing in Facebook 6 months ago is different. What we were doing in Facebook a year ago is different. So you have to be with the right groups and the right villages or communities that keep you up to date with all the challenges. So that's my first recommendation, Miguel, and everyone else who's listening, is follow the right people who are going to keep you up to date, right? Especially when you have no experience, right? Because you're going to learn from them. And then let's see, do you work for free? No, everybody knows I say do not work for free. Your time is money, money is time. And I just hate it. I'll give you an example. I'm not going to name names, but I actually got an email from one of my franchise clients, one of the locations this morning, and it was a screenshot of someone in our community. She's very, very new. And she actually joined my group today, but she had sent them the Curious Student message. And if you guys don't know what that is, I think it was Dan, that's Dan Henry's method, but it's, hey, I'm new at this. I will do this free for a week. You don't have to pay me. You just have to pay for ad spend. And I'm going to do your Facebook ads. So they sent it to me because they already have me doing their Facebook ads. And also they know I like to coordinate or work with other people if I know it's going to accentuate like the work I'm doing or anything. I'm all open to it. They get pitched all the time, and they just forward the pitches to me. And if it's a company I think that's going to work great, we figure out a way to work together. I've done that plenty of times. That's another thing to keep in mind, guys. You don't have to do it by yourself. Now, I don't recommend white labeling unless you know a company and the service they're going to provide. Also, I don't recommend white labeling if you're not used to it. But anyway, so she sent them that message. So I wrote her a quick message. I found her on Facebook. I wrote her a quick message. I said, hey, my clients just messaged me this, that you offered to work for free. Can I please give you some advice? Do not work for free. Your time is valuable. Your knowledge is valuable. I understand and I realize that you're new and just starting out, but how about you join my free group? You can learn tons of things from there. I don't teach people how to do the work for free or offer free. I teach a different method, and get started that way. But do yourself a favor, because those people who are taking your jobs for free or taking you on for free, it's really highly unlikely they're going to hire you long-term. And especially if you don't have the experience, like you might not be able to get them results, and then they're definitely not going to stay with you. But usually free is not a buyer, right? And that applies to when you're running an ad too. Whenever people tell me all the time, oh my God, I got 2,000 subscribers in 1 week, or I got 3,000 people to buy into my voucher. Oh yeah, guy, was it free? It usually is, like 99% of the time, it's because it was a free offer. And that's because people buy free. My AC like super loud, guys. Should I shut it off? Plus I'm cold anyways. Hold on, I can shut off from my cell phone. Smart house. So yeah, don't do free. That's my first recommendation. That's what I told her. And then do you learn on the job? I'm all about learning by fuel by fire, right? Like getting thrown in the fire, and you learn just by doing, because if you keep watching video after video after video, you're never going to learn. You're never going to absorb it. So for example, I just started working with that really cool temp agency this week up in New York, the consulting portion. And the first week I said, I'm doing a lot of it manually for you on this phone call. But next week, once we start hitting Facebook ads, I'm going to have you do it because that's the only way they're going to absorb it. So you're going to screw up, you're going to mess up, you're not going to do things correctly. But like my method of teaching, and a lot of my students know, is they'll ask a question, be like, well, what do you think? And did you do it that way? And did you, because they've already heard it, but you have to apply it and you have to mess up to remember, right? Get the job and outsource the work. You can do that. I don't think that's going to sustain a long-term agency, guys. If you find a great company that does that, and I'm actually vetting one right now, great. But to sustain a long-term successful agency, you got to learn your stuff. You have to know your product. You have to know what you're talking about. If you just white label everything, you're going to be talking out of your ass. Sorry, but it's just the truth. And I hate people who talk out of their ass. Like, just, you got to know your stuff. You cannot go and be a lawyer, go on the bench and go to the judge and act like you know what you're talking about when you just white labeled all the research and the work for that case, right? You have to know your stuff. So take the time to learn, take the time to educate yourself. And in this digital world, it's constantly educating yourself, guys. It's not a one-stop shop. All right. So I hope that answered your question, Miguel. Remember, this is live Q&A, guys. Say hi, drop a like, drop a heart so we can get this out there engaged. Put your questions below so I can get to them. And I'm only going to do this call for an hour. So make sure you get your questions in so I can make sure to cover them. My questions are, what you prefer customer acquisition method. So everybody knows I don't do cold emailing. I don't do cold calling. My favorite client acquisition method is just to be a real human being, have real conversations with people. Even if it's something in your everyday life. I'll give you a couple examples. I was in Australia. Everybody knows, last year for 2 months. I went shopping. I bought a dress. When I was leaving, I went and I saw them putting the new inventory on their Instagram. I'm like, oh, you guys are on Instagram. And they're like, yeah, we're just starting. We don't really know much. And then now I did my mind hacking, which I'm actually renaming the module to pitch but not pitching method, which is, hey guys, I'm more than happy to give you some advice, social audit. Here's my advice. And I said, do this and do that. And mind you, I'm not an Instagram wizard, but we're much more advanced than the average business owner in that we know the internet. So I know enough basic knowledge about marketing and strategies and what to post and how to post and the hashtagging and some shortcuts that I showed it to them really quick. And they're like, oh my God, can we have your business card? Can we set up a call? Can we do this and this and this? I've done that with almost every single company that I work with. It's just having real conversations. I had a conversation with a woman who was writing a book on a plane because she overheard me talking to my client and said, oh, you do digital marketing? I'm writing a book and I need to promote it. The other business loan company that we started last week, that was somebody I met over in Dominican Republic after I got back from Australia. And it's just talking about what I know. So I'm just telling other people about digital marketing, giving advice. Give free advice, guys. It's okay to give free advice. If you see somebody messing up or maybe they need help, or don't do it for them, say, hey, I'd be happy to do a 15-minute Zoom call with you or a 20-minute Zoom call with you and give you advice on your entire social presence. Like, it works, guys. It works every time. The problem is they're business owners and they're too busy running their business to try to learn everything. And you have to make sure that they know that digital marketing changes so fast that they're going to have a really hard time keeping up, plus running their business, which is probably not digital marketing. So that's my favorite method of client acquisition. That in my modules and my course, I actually go into depth of the strategy and how to do it exactly. But that's the overall summary of what I do. I do not cold email. I don't have time for that. You guys, I'm sure, don't have time for it. So stop doing it. Like, It's exhausting. If you could convert it, great, but you're probably having to send 100 emails to get 20 back. So just not worth it for me. On Facebook, do you use your customers' ad accounts or yours? I have all of my clients make their own. I make my own ad account for each one of my clients, and I'm actually getting pushback from one right now. But there's a reason for it. I don't like mixing campaigns with maybe some old campaigns they had on their old account. I also have had one too many clients go into the ad account and they were just maybe viewing and try to look at the ads, which I don't care about. Hello guys, they can look at your ads nowadays just by going to their Facebook page. I don't care about that. But they accidentally turn something off or they accidentally change something and edit something. And you know how that can screw with the ads. So I just don't want to risk it. So I make my own ad account. I have a credit card authorization form. They have to fill out. And then we just put, we set a ad spend budget limit for the month. Remember guys, negotiate a monthly budget, not a daily budget. That's another key thing to remember, because if you're, one day you spend $20 and the next day you spend 50, but the next day you spend 10, you're still within the budget. But if you're too busy negotiating daily budgets, they're going to be just staring at it every day. And that's not how Facebook ads work. They get optimized over time. So in my different spends are going to be different days. So always negotiate a monthly budget. Okay. So I hope that answered your question, Mario. John, hey, Steph, I'm currently building out a client campaign for a Chiro product in testing and already have 8 qualified leads since last night. So I'm trying to finish the big picture strategy. Okay, I kind of need more information because I don't know what the product is. So I'm telling you, I already have 8 qualified leads since last night. I'm trying to finish the big picture. So the big picture strategy with those 8 leads, what's your automation afterwards, right? So the biggest problem I see with most people is they're just getting their client the lead, but what's your automation after the lead comes in? Do you have email set up, an email soap opera sequence set up? Do you have text messages being sent out? Do you have, calls being sent out? What happens after the client gets the lead? Because I see that most everybody is relying on the client to call the lead back, but we know that more than 40% of those go to voicemail, right? We know that's a fact. But if you've set up at least 7 to 10 automation follow-up sequences after the lead has come in, automatically, you're more likely to get a higher conversion at the end of the month. And that's what I feel most people are missing. So automation, one, because you don't want to do it manually, and follow-up is key. And I even do an extra follow-up that I haven't seen anybody do, but I just do it because I tend to get about 5 to 8 more conversions when I do it every month, is I'll take whoever didn't convert throughout the month and do it and, automate a follow-up with them separately again, using a text script sequence that I have. So, and then I usually get 5 more conversions after that. Remember guys, that people get busy with their everyday lives. So when they opted in, they were probably busy at work, they were on the toilet, they were driving in their car, whatever. And so if the client's calling back in 15 minutes, it's a number they don't know. It's, that's why it's going to voicemail, guys. How many numbers do you pick up that you don't know? Very rare. So you have to have an automation sequence set up on the back end. And also that's why I'm a big advocate of if you could just do the buy online, you're better off. So I've pretty much converted most of my clients to just book now or buy now, because now I've closed the sale for them online, right? That's more valuable than a freaking lead. So if you can do that, that's key to keeping your clients long-term, right? Setting up the automations and closing them out. Okay, cool. Hope that answered your question. What kind of contract, if any, do you use? If you do, what length? I do not do contracts. I have no contracts. If a client wants to leave, I am not going to hold a gun to their head. If they're not happy with my work, I don't want to make anyone unhappy. So that's just my policy. It's up to you. I do require payment up front, guys. Maybe that's the headache you guys are doing, because a lot of you guys are doing work and then the client's not happy at the end of the month and then you can't collect payment, but you already did all the work. So always collect the work up front. My hair is being stupid today, guys. Always collect the payment up front just for the month, complete the month with them, and then have an exit strategy for when maybe they're leaving, not happy. Maybe it's something you can fix and satisfy their needs. It's not just saying, okay, bye, you're not happy. Maybe it's, okay, why don't we try this and do this or something else, and it's having a conversation with them. But I do not do contracts. I do preface with all my clients and make sure it's clear as day that if you are going to start working with me, please plan for a minimum of 3 months, because we all know that it takes a good 3 months to really optimize for the ads to be on auto, right? Because Facebook is a learning tool. It learns people's behaviors, it learns people's actions, it learns their wants and needs. So any business owner that just right out the bat, the first week is like, oh, I've gotten 2 leads, this sucks, or whatever. That's not the mindset I frame them with. They have to know, and usually we can hit it out of the park before that. But as a standard, I always say, please plan to do this for 3 months. I'm not going to hold you to it. There's no contract, but realize that you're going to see automated results after 3 months. You just have to preface them. You have to be very clear in your conversations before you start. I'm very clear in my emails when I send them before they start. I'm very clear in how many days it takes to set up. So I try to be as clear as possible. And if I wasn't clear, I'll go back and say, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me clarify that. Maybe I didn't clarify it well enough. And then I clarified even more. So no, Mario, I do not have contracts, but I do preface and tell them, please plan to stay with this a minimum of 3 months. What's up, Marks? Hey, Stephanie Cotto. Oh, hey, what's up? She's that's actually our new 10 pages that's working with us. So she's learning. Super excited. Miguel Montes. Hey, I typed my question in the comments. Yeah, I answered them. I think, Miguel, you're going to have to rewind. And you're actually the first question I answered. So rewind after this and just watch the very beginning because I answered your question in depth in the beginning. What's up, Jeff? What's up, John? Okay, John. John's got a lot of questions. I like John. Keep asking the questions. I think the general rule for websites is a customer should be able to find what they want in the 3 steps or less. Exactly. So those 3 questions that I asked you, they should be able to do that like within literally less than a couple minutes. If you don't have those 3 things clear, I don't care what else is on your sites or your websites. Make sure you're answering those 3 questions very clearly. Jeff Miller, I haven't done any work and I didn't try at all. What am I supposed to do? I know you were just lying on the floor, cracking your back all day today. He means it for you guys because we get that a lot. It's that everybody kind of, okay, they say, oh, I sent an email. Oh, I sent a video. Oh, I sent a proposal, but they're not following up with me. They're not following up with me. Guys, you have to follow up with the clients. Remember, like I said, and I've said it a million times, they are busy with their everyday lives. They're busy with their businesses. They're busy with their families. They don't, even me, I'll tell you, I'm the worst person at following up with my emails. And you can ask my copywriter, you can ask Tasha, you can ask everybody. I have so many things going on between traveling, family, work, my agency, my students, that if you send me a message, I might not get to it right away. If a company sends me an email because I asked to work with them, actually, like I have one pending right now that I haven't even followed up with for like 4 days, but I'm really interested in working with them. But we just get really busy with our everyday lives. So it's your responsibility because you want the business to do the follow-up. So make sure you're shooting them the emails or the phone calls or saying, I know you're really busy right now. Just let me know what time works for you. I'm here at your service. Like just keep following up. And that even means like 6 months to a year later, guys. You're not going to harass them every week for 6 months, but in 3 months, send a random email. Hey, we spoke 3 months ago, or in 6 months. Hey, we spoke 6 months ago. I don't know if, your business has changed or you're in need of this. So always keep kind of like a to-do list or a list of all the people you need to follow up with, but it's your responsibility. So stop sending one email and then your work is done. No, your work keeps going, especially if you want the job. What's up, Mark Levine? Hi, the ball gorilla hashtag. John, spot on about colleges, especially in the digital marketing world. Yes, I have a little bit inside information, but I cannot share it on this live because I promised I wouldn't. But yes, currently the universities can, unless it's like a digital university, kind of like Full Sail. I don't know if anybody knows about that one in Orlando. Like it specifically takes the extra effort to keep up to date and that type of things. But the big universities, the main ones that everyone's going to, the main one I went to here in Miami was FIU. That's, one of the bigger schools. What they were teaching the students, that's why I stopped taking classes. It's not because, I wasn't smart enough or wasn't gonna, it's because I was like, why am I wasting my money on this college tuition that's not teaching me anything when I can invest it in, multimillionaires that are learning this stuff in my agency and do what I called, like, if you think about it, real estate agents, massage therapists, they all have to do it, continual education, credit, CEUs. Think of this in the same context. We have to do continual learning. So absolutely the schools can't keep up. Sorry guys. So don't go. I've met so many people, like I think it was like a month ago, I went to Naples and I met this kid at a bar that was part of like our group friends. And he's like, yeah, I'm in school for marketing. I'm like, no, what are you doing? Is it because like, if you want to be in PR or journalism and you want to learn about writing and stuff, I think it's good because there's still like a fundamental basic you can learn for that. But if it's specific about digital marketing, which is what he was looking to learn, I was like, no, stop blowing your money. Don't go into debt. It's not worth it. So yeah. Diana, let's see. I have my meeting with a dentist, would be my first dental client. How should I handle the meeting to sell him my services? Also, I haven't spoken with him about his goals or business yet. So should I go learn about his goals, etc., and then set up a follow-up meeting and present my strategy to him? I'm a bit nervous. Okay. Well, you're one of my students, and some of my students know I had my meeting with my dentist yesterday. And I consult with him, guys. I don't like really run the Facebook ads. Like he has other companies for that too. So I do consulting, and we actually went like on a back and forth and a rant about this. I wonder if he's even on this live. I'm going to bring him on a live. He was supposed to go on yesterday, but he ran out for a meeting and escaped on me. But maybe I can try to get him on a live, but he is actually pretty advanced in keeping up to date with what's going on in digital marketing, probably because we're always conversing and stuff like that. And he was talking about his frustration with me yesterday. He was so frustrated, and he's right. Like I wanted to combat it, but he is right in a way. So he's frustrated in the fact that all of us digital marketers, like this world, over promises and under delivers. And this is a fact, guys. I see this all the freaking time. You are over promising and under deliver and overcharging. So if it's the first time with the dentist, instead of trying to like pitch him, $5,000 because he's a dentist and dentists make more money, my dentist actually said, you have to remember that 70% of doctors, like the doctor industry, is what costs their product, right? So if you're bringing in so much money, 70% of that is already gone. And so his profit is only, let's say, of $100. Taking away $70 of that, there's only $30 left. You're charging $2,000. There goes $20. He's got $10 left in profit, which is like, was that really worth it? And when you're bringing them in for free consults, you're not getting, why am I doing this with my arm, guys? It's really weird. When you're bringing them in for free consults, it's the same thing as free. Like free doesn't work. So the way he set it up is he has an extra chair in his office, and he said it doesn't really affect his business because a lot of those no-show, also that's the other problem. So we talked about solving his no-show problems, but he says it's not a big deal because it doesn't affect his business because it's just like an extra chair on the side, but it's annoying and it's redundant and he's just tired of the same old crap. So try to make an offer, try to make something that they can close online for your dentist, like something you can book now with a deposit, or maybe it's buying them. We actually went through a lot of his competitors' ads yesterday, or he does Invisalign. He does actually 3D printing Invisalign in office, which is really cool because you'll get it really fast. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. Something 3D printing in the office, I don't know, implants or something like that. But anything you can kind of close the deal for them online, I think is going to be your better bet into making them more happy, because he's tried almost every marketing thing in the book. And he's pretty frustrated with all these companies overpromising, charging him $3,000 plus, and his revenue is really like almost to none. Actually, okay, I'll give you an example. We did go over his revenue. So he has a really sophisticated program for tracking his conversion for all the marketing that comes in, and it's really, really accurate. So we went over the numbers of, what comes in just through Facebook, or just comes in through the website, or what comes in through referral sources, or in the office. Remember, this is why I keep saying stop being the Facebook ads person, be the marketer, because as the marketer, you're going to advise, hey, market to your existing database, retarget your existing database. And if you guys know, and you guys have done my We Miss You campaign module, that's an instant 24 to 48 hour win of retargeting their existing clients. So that's actually my other method that I'm telling people to do now. No, don't do the curious student, do the We Miss You campaign, because that's an instant win, and that'll get them signing up like this, because they're going to get, their phones are going to be ringing off the hook when you do that. But there's a strategy to it. You can't do it the wrong, but guys can look up my We Miss You campaign somewhere, but that's a great way to get an instant win. But so we looked at the conversions, right? So we looked at how much money did each referral source brought in. The best one was the remarketing within the same industry, the office. So it's the front desk doing callbacks or resales or emails or whatever. that one converted at about 50%. The average of the other referrals converted about 30, 40, 50% as well. The company that the digital marketing company that they had hired, and remember, I'm just a consultant, so it has nothing to do with me. They're doing their own thing. And actually, I'm the one saying, why are they running that ad? Why are they doing this? This is gross. They don't have a pixel installed on your page. What's going on? That's why I'm being brought on board, to kind of consolidate and, make everything better. But that conversion rate was less than 10%, guys. So obviously he's mad. So yes, it said they brought in $218,000 worth of business, but it's converting at less than 10% when you compare all the other referrals that are converting at 30, 40, 50%. Of course, he's not going to want to do digital marketing. So we just need to strategize better. One, what are we charging them? Make sure we're charging them correctly, guys. Don't just like overcharge the chiros and the doctors. Like, charge. I'm not saying don't charge, but charge. You need the calculator I have that tells you, what their ROI is going to be, to make sure that they're happy. And that's how I pitch a number to them. Everybody asks me, what do I charge? I don't charge one number to everybody. Everybody's different, because you have to put it into that calculator and figure out, oh shit, there's 56 comments. I just ramble, guys. I'm sorry, I ramble, but you have to figure out what their ROI is that's going to keep them in the positive, not only short term, but long term in the year. Mine includes the year. And that's the number you're pitching to them. So don't think it's just one number for everybody. It doesn't really work out well that way in the long term, right? I talk about long term because my clients stay with me for years and years, and like I'm all about building relationships. But yeah, Diana, I hope that answered your question. Long story short. Oh, no worst. Okay. Jeff Hunter, what's up? Heck no, work for free. Yeah, nobody wants to work for free. That's stupid. Michelle, advice for working in the ortho space. Just went over that. I hope I answered this question already. Lead gen, email marketing, SMS, all the above. She wants to double her weekly patients from 15 to 30, makes $20,000. Do what I taught you. Have an automation. Do the follow-up. You're my student, so you have all the modules. Follow that, but make sure the offer you're putting in is an offer and it's not a free consult. That's my best advice, especially from speaking with my dentist yesterday. Yeah, and you can also throw in the teeth whitening, but make them come in for a cleaning. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Joe, is Facebook still acting shitty this week? When you run Facebook ads for the spa, do you do placement mobile only, desktop only? I don't do mobile only. I used to. It depends. It depends on the campaign I'm running if I do mobile only. So sometimes I've done it. I've also put it on a schedule, because we know that. So if you notice if you ever have leads coming in consistently throughout the day, there's a huge chunk in the middle of the day that's usually dead, right? I'm still doing this thing with my arm, guys. Like, what is this? So in the middle of the day, what is it? Between like 12 and 3, it's dead. Like, there's nobody really pulling in leads because they're busy at work. They're having lunch. They're doing whatever. Like, there's a dead period. You have to figure out what that dead period is. And there are times that I will put the Facebook ads on a schedule to where it's early in the morning and late at night, because I know that's when people are on the phones the most. So why am I going to waste my money in the middle of the day when I can, waste the money in the morning and night? So that I do. Actually, that's a strategy. I don't think I've talked about that with anybody. So I do put them on a schedule sometimes. You got to think about it. Even late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, it converts. But in the middle of the day, there's always this dead period. I swear, guys, go back and look at your stats. You're going to see it. You're going to see the dead period. And if you don't have one, great, good for you. But like majority of my local businesses, everybody has a dead period. I should call it like the siesta hour, right? I don't advertise during siesta. Thank you so much for the advice. Cool. I have a client who sells AED defibrillators. Okay. And having a lot of trouble coming up with an offer and ad free consult. Does a defibrillator go to... That's B2B, right? Those are for businesses, or is it for at-home defibrillators? I didn't know that was a thing. Honestly, I've never done that. I did. Are you one of my students? I was going to say, ask me in the student group, because I'm really not too sure. Free consult is doing office. Guys, stop doing free. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And actually, if you're not converting that, I think it probably has something to do with your targeting. So you might want to look at your targeting, Christine. Are you narrowing it down too much? Are you targeting the right age? Remember, a lot of people, I've seen this a lot, when you're doing some like an older age group, you are only targeting that older age group. Like if you're doing some kind of retirement thing or something, you're targeting 60 years and up. remember that a lot of the decision making for a lot of the older generation that are not even on Facebook, those people are in their 40, 30, 40, late 30s, 40s, and 50s right now. But they are either the guardians or they're making the decisions for their parents. So don't count them out. Do the split test method because it'll tell you who's biting your deal, but don't count out the baby. What are they, like baby boomers? I don't know. But yeah, don't count out that age just because you're targeting a very older crowd. Don't forget about that. What is a good monthly budget for a dentist? So my dentist right now has been on $1,700 budget. From what I saw yesterday, they were under budget this month so far. But we don't know because that might catch up by the end of it. It's like I kind of call bullshit for the dentist on like the emails and the things that they're being sent from other marketers. That's pretty much like why I'm there, right? So it's to say, oh yeah, he's telling you this in the email about your stats. Why don't you ask for reports? Why don't you ask for these stats? Let's check your pixel. Let's check this, like that. It's kind of like quality control, right? It's really important, guys, because they get pitched every day. All these chiros, all these dentists gets pitched all day, and for much bigger businesses than us. You have to remember that too, especially if you're a sole agency. So start considering, not only Facebook ads. I did a post about this. Stop being the Facebook ads person. That's why you're not going to sustain long term. Take the time to educate yourself and learn about all types of marketing. Doesn't mean you have to do it for them. But learn about it, be knowledgeable about it, and be able to advise about it. For that, I have a bot, soap sequence, and post-sale sequence. I don't remember the question, John. I'm sorry. Can I scroll? It won't even let me scroll back to your question. I'm sorry, John. I'm having like brain fart right now. How do you close sales online? I have a med spa wanting to sell tattoo removal packages online, B12 shop. Get on a Zoom call with them. You should always be closing on Zoom calls. If you guys are trying to close on emails, you can do it, but it's a lot harder. But get on a Zoom call and do a social audit and give them advice and blow their heads up with information that they're like, oh, I can't possibly do this by myself. And if you can't, us, Stephanie and Lainey, who are probably on this call right now, the 10 babies who are working with, they have the ability to do it. So you can always consult with them. That's a really great way to build relationships and help people so that's always my backup. Obviously, you're trying to sell Facebook ads. It's a much higher ticket, but don't count those things out. Also, I have a downsell of my course. Maybe you put together some kind of training program that's just you recording Loom videos. So think about those kind of things. But you should be closing on a call, like a Zoom call. Don't hide your face, be a real human being. When you start a new ad campaign, do you start with a small daily budget, then scale up? Chuck, you're in my course. Why are you asking me this question? You know it. You should know the answer to this. I know when you change the daily ad budget, it takes Facebook 3 days to reoptimize. Yeah, so during that 3 to 4 day period, we're split testing, right? We're doing the split test method to find out who's biting, why are they biting, but my budgets are higher during that period. Then after the 3 to 4 days, as I usually have the answer, then we bring the budget back down and make a max daily budget divided by the rest of the days of the month. So what I do, guys, is let's say I have a $1,500 ad spend budget for the month. When a client signs on with me or they run a new campaign, I have a split test method that literally works for every industry. It answers all the questions. You do it for 3 to 4 days, maximum 7 days if it's a really niche industry. But during those 3 or 4 days, you're going to be spending a lot of money because of the split test. So what you do is after you're done with split test and you have the winning ads, you now calculate how much money you have left in your budget. Let's say we use $300 or $500 just to have an easy number. Now you have $1,000 left. Now you divide that between the leftover days in the month so that you don't go over budget. And that's how I figure out my daily budget. So yeah, Chuck, you saw that in the modules. John, awesome, cool. 24, 5 to 7 months is what I say, but we give them results before. Exactly. Yeah, you definitely get results before, but you have to pre-frame the mind, because that's how you get disappointed clients when they're sitting there saying, oh my God, it's been, a month and I only have so many, even though you should still hit a park in a month usually, but you got to set their mind ready. So even to the point where one of my clients got 80 leads in the first month and I had promised 20. And the next call was yeah, we got 80. We're so excited for that. I'm like, guys, that was a freak accident. Don't expect that every time. Now they could expect it every time, but I'm pre-framing their mind to have a certain expectation that's down here, so that just to make like a realistic expectation, guys. You don't have to be unrealistic. Unrealistic, but you have to give them a realistic, base. And anything that happens above that, great. Then you're amazing, and you've over delivered, and you're doing amazing, and you're going to keep them long term. But pre-framing, that's better. Is like so key, guys. All right, Miguel, when a client wants you to do website design, SEO, maintenance, and Facebook ads, how do you get that all done for them? Or should I concentrate on one thing first? Concentrate on one thing first. Get good at one thing, guys. Maybe 2 max. Nah, you're pushing it at 3, but get good at one thing. Like, you can offer other services or consulting and stuff, but it's got to be part of your package. If you're trying to do their SEO, build their website, build their Facebook ads, you will not have a time for any other clients. You will only have time for one client. I deny a lot of work, guys. People ask me to do tons of stuff. I'm now trying to figure out a white label. Like, I found a white label company the other day that I said, I will only trust you if I know your quality of work is like up to my par. To where even my dentist, we talked about it yesterday to him, and I'm like, I'm bringing on, this team, and we might be doing this and this and this, but I need, like, my quality needs to stay, absolutely. But I'm very clear about that with my clients. I'm very honest about it and upfront. But I'm not going to sit there and split my attention between 3 things. Now I will manage, all 3 things. So I kind of feel like it's the same when I plan events. So if you guys don't know, I started in marketing and events, run events anywhere from $3,000 to $6 million, to where even I'm still working with them every year. But it's kind of like an event where if it's a $6 million event, one person can't manage a $6 million event of 60,000 people. You have to have a team of people, and you manage that team of people, and everybody's an expert in something. So you find who are the experts in everything, team up, partner up, white label, I don't care what you call it, but stop trying to spread yourselves thin. Go to these conferences. If you guys know, I don't teach ClickFunnels. I hate ClickFunnels, but I'm going to ClickFunnels. I'm not going to the conference. We have a house, and I'm going to be masterminding and hanging out with all the other digital marketers, or maybe I'll go to the bar, go find me at the bar and say hi. But that's networking, to find people who I can work with and partner with. You guys always see me with, Jeff, Andrew, Lewis, all these people. It's because we network, we partner up together, we work together. That's what you need to do. Stop trying to do it all yourself. What's up, Ross, George, Andrew? Man, there's a lot of people on the side. That's cool. Do you have a link to your course? Yes. Tasha, she already did. She's so fast. StephKnowsMarketing.com. I'm actually I already redid my sales page to kind of make it more clear for you guys and rename some of the modules, but that'll probably won't come out till Friday. But it's the same modules and concept. And also I have a coaching program coming out very soon. Right now, you guys know we have the agency challenge going on, and some of you guys are on it. We did our first call on Sunday. That's group A. We have a group B. Our first call is tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. First call is great, and some people have submitted their homework already, and I'm super excited to get them going. And it's a 6 weeks agency challenge, which is really cool, because I have a lot of cool stuff for them at the end, especially too. Ross, teach me. You teach me. We teach each other. See, you network with people. Me and Ross, we networked. We never knew each other, but we networked. We worked together. We help each other out, and we bounce ideas off each other. You have to do those things. You are your tribe. You are your village, right? Have you ever exchanged your services? Yes, I do. I mean, Aubrey, I cannot pronounce your last name, Aubrey, don't kill me, but I love you. She is the keto biohacker girl. If you guys want to try the keto diet, but you want an amazing coach that's going to keep you accountable, she's the one for it. She's the keto biohacker community. Aubrey, her and I trade services. So we're holding each other accountable. I'm teaching her with Facebook ads. She's teaching me, keeping my diet and exercise accountable. So she's giving me training programs and her booty building program. So building my booty is totally worth teaching her how to do Facebook ads. So yeah, absolutely. I trade services, obviously selectively. I don't work for free, guys, but that's something like that. Yes, absolutely. I need to target local business owners, but struggling with how to do that. LinkedIn. That's how you do it. B2B, LinkedIn. You need it off Facebook, B2B. You can also target Facebook ads, by the way. Mario, what's the best way to target tourists on Facebook, Instagram for restaurants and other tourist attractions? I don't know. I am going to reply to your comment and tag somebody that might know because he does restaurants. Talk to that guy, Mario. I don't do tourism. Like, I worked in tourism, but I didn't run Facebook ads for tourism, so I'm not going to try to act like I know. So I want you to talk to the right people. So I just tagged who you should talk to. So Ben says, what does Ben say? I'm trying to come up with an offer for hair regrowth for a plastic surgery, no free consult. Yeah, that's really tough. I've never had free regrowth. What my best recommendation is, and this is what I tell all my clients, pick out your top, you ask your client, send me a list of your top 5 to 10 competitors, right? I did this with my dentist the other day. I did this with my business loan person last week. And the temp agency, we're going to do the same thing once we get ready for it. But you go to your 5 to top 10 competitors, you go to their page, you click info and ads, and you see what they're doing. Not saying that what they're doing is correct, but it'll still give you a good idea of what offers are working, how are they going about it. And you can also look at the engagement on the ad to see what it looks like. So if you don't know an industry, like I don't know about hair growth, I'm not doing plastic surgeons, but that's, do the research. It's called customer research, like a different type of customer, an old school type of customer research. And it's something everybody should be doing. Whenever you bring on a new client, one of the first questions you should ask your clients, please send me a list of your 5 to top 10 direct competitors. Don't send me like a US national chain that is not your direct competitor. Send me, the dentist next door to you or the dentist down the street from you. Like, they know who their competitors are. You just need that list. And then all you got to do is go on their Facebook page, click info and ads, and then look at what ads and stuff they're running. I have a client who sells turbidity meters and sensors. I don't even know what that is. Who only sells B2B. Any suggestion on how to help them grow? B2B, guys, go to LinkedIn. Like, it's just easier. LinkedIn is just easier for B2B. So it's optimizing their profile page correctly and then having them start to connect. That's the best way I've been able to do it. That's what I'm doing for my current clients. The US business loan or whatever, that's a business to business. They're looking for people who need loans for their businesses. So LinkedIn is the best bet. Not saying you can't do it on Facebook, guys. Also, if your clients have an existing email list, you can create lookalike audiences and target audiences. So that's another way to do it. Sorry, I think I wasn't clear. My client was to pre-sell B12 shots and tattoo removal. I'm not sure how to do that. So you guys probably saw the picture of all of us digital marketers in Orlando, and I conned everybody into going to the IV bar with me. I didn't con Andrew. Andrew wanted to go, but nobody else wanted to go. Jeff didn't want to go. Ross didn't want to go. Everybody else was like weary about it, but I was like, guys, we're going to feel great after it, because I'd done it once here in Miami and I loved it. And they were running Facebook ads. So this is where I talk about, like, just talk to the people who you go do their services to anyways. So I brought all these 6 people to the place. Daxi, who is actually one of the other podcaster, sorry. He sends me a message separately. He's like, Steph, you could run their Facebook ads. So I go on their website or their Facebook page. I see what ads are running, and I see the ads that they're running. And there's some for B12 shots in there too. So B12 shots, by the way, you can actually package up. So you say buy 3 B12 shots for X money, buy 5 for X money, buy 10 for X money. That's how you do B12 shots, by the way, and try to sell them online. So just like I don't know if you saw my holiday ads masterclass with Jeff, that's how you would sell them online, the holiday ads masterclass. But anyway, so we're sitting there doing our IVs. I saw from their ads that they were sending the ads to just like the landing page of their website, and we all know that that's crap. So when one of the guys came out, he kind of looked like the owner. So I go to him, hey, can I ask, are you the owner? And he's like, yes, I am. I'm one of the owners. So I think it was like a Parrot Brothers or something. I'm like, oh, I just, I was browsing through your Facebook. I'm a Facebook marketer. I just want to give you a little bit of advice. I saw that you're running ads, which is amazing. You're like one step forward already. But your ad is going to the landing page of your website. And the problem with that is that usually most people fall off, and you're also not capturing that leader information for you to either retarget or remarket to. So I recommend you run lead generation ads, and I explained to him what a lead generation ads, or you have a funnel that collects the person's information and then direct them to the email. At least at that point, you can do some type of either call or email follow-up for them. He's like, oh my God, yes. Do you have a business card? I didn't have a business card on me, but I was like, follow me on Facebook, that kind of thing. But see how you just have conversations with real people, guys? Like I was literally there, and just look up the business. You have the opportunity now, and we didn't have this before. You can see who's running Facebook ads and who's not. That's a huge like opportunity, right? Ben, Tasha, you beat me to it. Okay, heck yes, quality over quantity, absolutely. Yeah, you can bring somebody 100 leads, but if you're only converting 10 of them, that's crap. If you're converting 30 to 40, which is usually my goal out of 100, you're much better off. So it's, even if I only brought them 50, but I'm converting 30, it's quality, guys. It's not quantity. What's the agency challenge? It's on my personal profile page. It's closed right now, guys. I maxed it out at 10 students because they get very, like I do personal social audits of everybody's page. Like you get very one-on-one attention. And if I go more than 10 people, I'm splitting my attention way too thin. So it's closed this round. It just started this week. So 6 weeks, the next round will go in 8 weeks from last week. So look for my posts again when I post it again. The other thing I'm opening up is group coaching programs. So you guys can look, it's similar to this. There'll be agenda, there'll be some lives, there's deliverables, whatever. That's coming out soon, probably next week, guys, and I'll announce that. But that'll be what I found is a lot of people are messaging me saying, I have tons of courses. I can't watch all the modules. I don't need another course, but I love your coaching. I need your coaching. I'm like, yeah, I actually like coaching better. I love like sitting here talking to you guys. This is why my lives and all this crap ends up being 2 hours, because I talk too much. And it's funny because you asked me last March and I hated being on video, but I guess I've just gotten comfortable and gotten yelled at enough by Jeff and Andrew and so on, and Aubrey. But I like the coaching aspect of it better. I feel like I can help you a lot better than trying to like, message everything or having you understand a module. If I can just talk to you and tell you about it, and answer your questions that you directly have, it's much better. So I'm creating a program for that. That's going to be something that you guys can afford, and it'll be worth your money, and definitely have an agenda set. So you will have consistently, you will consistently get deliverables every week, which will be really cool. I'm actually really excited for it. What's up, RJ? John joined, Pasha joined. Mario, what are your favorite Facebook tools such as SD, Espresso, Quay, etc.? None of those. I don't use any of that. I just manually go into Business Manager and run the Facebook ads myself. So yeah, none, Mario. Sorry, can't help you there. Christine, any LinkedIn ads? No, I don't run LinkedIn ads. They're super expensive and they don't convert as high. LinkedIn has gotten better in their advertising as far as like now they're letting you run Canvas ads. Or carousel, not Canvas. They call it Canvas ads, I think, but it's actually a carousel ad. So they're upgrading slowly. We know they're catching up to Facebook. Everybody's always trying to catch up to Facebook, but they're still way too expensive and they don't convert as high. Now, when you do run it, you're getting a quality lead. So maybe a client will be okay paying that extra money because the client is definitely going to be, much better. But I'm not sold on it yet. Joe, what's up? Am I late to the party? You're here now. You can ask questions. I'm going to wrap this up in about, I don't know, I say 10 minutes, but it usually ends up being more. Let's see. Okay. On which Facebook page is the ads holiday masterclass? Joe, give me like after this call, cause it's on there. It's just titled incorrectly. And actually, if you buy that module, like I'll give you the correct module. It's titled booking/purchase module. But that is the holiday ads masterclass because you can apply it all year round. It's not just holidays, but and you can also apply it to any product or purchase. So give me 10 minutes after this call and I'll fix the name for you. But essentially, it's that module. It's the booking/purchasing module, if that helps. But it is the holiday masterclass. David, maybe you can try a chatbot to sell them inside the bot. Yeah, everybody's on like a chatbot high right now. I like chatbots, but I use them very strategically. I don't use them for everything in my business, guys. Like I told you today, I built the client acquisition bot, which I think is really cool, but it's different than what you think. It's a fun quiz that gets them intrigued and gives them facts. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yes, I do need your services. Oh, here's a way to contact me and book your, free social audit, blah, blah, blah. And it's a quiz, so it gives them a score at the end. Like you got a 10, or you got, like when I took it, I got a -3, but I was purposely like making sure the math was working. So there's different ways to do things, guys. It's not just like one way. What's up, Jay? He got, oh, you know what, Jay, you messaged me and I totally forgot to answer. He liked how I used that realtor bot thing, because I actually just sell through bots versus like making you go to a ClickFunnels, because you guys know I hate ClickFunnels. So yeah, that was cool. Thanks, Jay. Can you point to the person that specializes in the real estate niche? I have to think about that for you. It matters what you're looking for, because real estate is so broad. Like, there's real estate, there's appraisers, there's brokers, there's so many parts of real estate. So it matters what your need is. One of my clients is trying to DM me and remind me of that, Mio, because if not, I won't remember. Just say, hey, can you point me to the real estate person? One of my clients is trying to get people to buy their online 5-week detox course. After talking with her, I've helped her figure out her value ladder and that she needs to nurture her community, but I'm not sure where to start. Does she have a Facebook group? Why don't you start there? Like, help her build a Facebook group. The communities right now are the thing, and you guys know it. You're in it right now, right? And the way you can monetize groups, especially if she has a detox program. Look at Aubrey with the keto. That's what we're doing. We're putting together her coaching program. Like, she's doing amazing. She's putting together a coaching program and her 6-week challenge for keto. So, did you think about putting together a community for them or helping her build that? Lainey, what's up? Okay. Do Facebook ads and LinkedIn ads help raise your Google appearance? I want to say no. So what we're going to do with you is the grow reviews module. And that's going to help it's going to help your other problems, but it's going to help your SEO. So the more reviews we get and the more we push out using that like super simple automated tool, that's going to help your SEO. Facebook ads doesn't do it. LinkedIn ads don't do it. No, they don't help your Google appearance. That's like Google's competitors. I don't want that. But you do really well with the blogging. That helps as long as you're pushing it out in different areas. So yeah, no. Then my answer to that is no. Steve Bruce, do you think Facebook will ever become irrelevant like MySpace has? Why not? Yes and no. So I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, but I do think it's broken. So I've been doing Facebook ads and marketing for over 6 years. And actually, Jeff and Andrew and I had this conversation the other day. They asked, how many years have you had your agency for? I was like, I don't know, like 5-6 years now. It's like, do you understand that like you're one of the people that have had your agency the longest? Most of these marketers have it for 1 or 2 years. I'm like, oh, I just thought that was average. I didn't think that was anything big. But it's because I am not the Facebook ads person, even though I've always done Facebook ads. I'm the marketer. Now I'm the digital marketer. I started off in traditional marketing. And once I got the ROI and the numbers, I sold all my clients into stop wasting your money on billboards, radio, television. I've done it all, guys. Newspaper, EDDM to the doors. Like, think of a traditional marketing piece and I've done it. And I can be the first person to tell you how much it costs and how much it costs to do digital marketing instead. It's always so much cheaper and easier and better targeting. So you're able to track your conversions. You're able to measure it money-wise, which is important. It's super important for your clients. And that's why I have that marketing, that badass marketing budget template, the Excel template that most of you guys have that I've given away before. You use that marketing template and that budget sheet if somebody's stuck on traditional marketing, and eventually they're going to see that digital marketing is so much more cheaper and they get more leads. That's the purpose of that. So I don't think it's going to be irrelevant anytime soon, but it has sick days is what I call, right? We call out sick to work every now and then. Facebook ads does too. Facebook, not Facebook ads. Facebook does too. It doesn't work. It wasn't working on the Saturday of Black Friday. Over the holidays, it was super sketchy. So I've been in this industry doing this stuff for 6 years, and I've never seen the problems that we've been having with Facebook recently. So what happens when Facebook takes a shit? Now, if you're the Facebook ads company, that's going to affect that's going to affect your clients. They're not going to be happy. So what did I do when it took a shit on the Saturday of Black Friday, the biggest sales weekend of the year? I did my other marketing methods, the other stuff in my automation. I really pumped up the gas in those areas. You have to stop being the Facebook ads guys. I'm so sorry to tell you. If you want a long sustainable agency, start being the digital marketer and be the digital marketer that solves your clients' problems. Be very honest, be very upfront. If you can help them, great. If you can't, figure out where you can lead them to help them. Like your goal should be to always help your client succeed. And maybe you can't do it, and you have to be the person that's more than happy to send them to the right person, but always try to solve their problems. It's not always about nickel and diming people, guys. You will not sustain long-term nickel and diming. You know, help people, take their business into your interest, or have their business in your best interest. I don't know how to say it. I'm all like tongue-tied, right? I just noticed I was like looking to the right. It's because I didn't center the camera thing. I'm like cross-eyed. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. Matt Kramer for real estate. Cool. Thank you, John. Diana, are franchise spas, salons allowed to have their own Facebook pages to run ads? You have to check with the franchise. They should know. The franchise I work with, and almost every franchise I've seen, it does. They have their own Facebook pages. They run their own Facebook ads. I know some run, like they pay into a marketing, what's called a marketing co-op. So they pay, let's say it's like 3% of their revenue per month into like a master corporate marketing bank. And then corporate runs ads for everybody through that. But on top of that, they're still running their own ads, their own marketing. They're still doing newspaper. They're still doing radio on their own. So then every franchise I've run into, and it's multiple, it's not just one, still does their own marketing aside from the franchise, and they can run their own Facebook pages and ads. Any corporate that says, no, you cannot run your own Facebook and Facebook ads is stupid, right? They're stopping money from coming to them. I understand the branding reason that why they might not be doing, like they don't want the franchise owner to taint their brand, but as long as they have brand guidelines and they have rules saying you can use our logos and images and that in such a way, it shouldn't be a problem, and they should let them do it, because the more money their business owners spend to advertise, the more money they get at the end of the day when there's new clients. So yeah, stupid. All right, I'm getting to the bottom. Cool. Maybe we're gonna end this soon, guys. If you have any last questions, put them in now. I'm going to start to do this once a week. Teach Me Tuesdays, guys. So times might vary here and there, but I'm going to try to keep it on Tuesday. I didn't do it last Tuesday and stuff because of the holidays, the New Year's. But yeah, we're going to start doing this on Tuesdays. So let's just say I get my first client. Would you say I should start some lead gen ads? Yes, start with lead gen. The lead generation ads are easy. They're optimal. Facebook's like really promoting them right now, like promoting in the sense that they're pushing them out more. They're not expensive. You're able to capture lead, but have an automation sequence after the lead gen ad. Do not just collect the lead information and then dump it to your client and say, peace, see you later. Those will not convert. You need a follow-up sequence, an automation sequence, guys. My automation sequence go to 10 days to even one more time at the end of the month. So that's how I get high conversions for my clients. Let's see what else. What's up, Krista? Suja, my new student that just joined. Excited to get you going. You have to keep me up to date in the student group where you're at and what modules you're at and so on. Joe, or would it all depend? No, okay, I just covered what you just asked. So Diana says, thanks, 70, have to run, but I caught this. All right, cool, guys. All right, last question if I don't see like a bunch more come in, because then I'm gonna jump off. And Nod, you missed my question, so here it is again. Do you consult/help with DM for e-commerce? I don't do anything for e-commerce. I stay away from e-commerce with DM. What is DM? But I don't do e-commerce. Not that I can't do e-commerce. A lot of people have asked me to do it. I just feel like it's a lot more work and a lot less return. Like it's not worth my money. And also like I've just killed it with local businesses. Like why I learned back in the day, like remember I've been doing traditional marketing for over 13 years. You need a work-life balance. Like, yes, we want to hustle. Yes, we want to make a lot of money. Yes, we want to succeed. And you need to hustle. This is not an easy job. This is not a sit on your couch, pick your nose type of job. Like you have to hustle. You have to work. Like this, everybody makes this job sound so easy. It's amazing. It's great. You have flexibility. You have freedom. You guys see me travel the world. I literally booked my trip to Hawaii today. But you still have to work. When I go on these trips, when I go on these vacations, when I go to Australia for 2 months, I'm still working. But I did realize that you have to have a work-life balance or you're just going to burn yourself out. And that's just not healthy. I was at my unhealthiest when I was just working 18 hours a day, 7 days a week or 6 days a week. I was so unhealthy. I was sick. Everything hurt. Like, it was so bad. So you have to figure out like how much your monthly income is. Like, what are your goals? What's going to satisfy you and make you happy with it? And then reach those goals and surpass them a little bit, but make sure you have a work-life balance, guys, so you don't burn yourself out. So that's my decision in saying I don't want to do e-commerce. When, you know, a company like a dentist says, hey, can you do my ads? And I'm like, meh, not worth it to me. I already capped out with my clients. That's why I deny clients too, because I make sure to keep my work-life balance. I take on new ones as challenges sometimes, and also to see other industries, and also because maybe I do have room for them. Because remember, my clients also keep me on retainers, but I'm not busy 24/7 all year round. That's something too, but make sure you balance your life. That's really, really important for your health, your sanity, and if you want to sustain this long term. If not, you're just going to burn out and run away and go hide under a rock and go back to corporate America, which is not better for you. It's not. But yeah, that's why I say no to e-commerce. I already do e-commerce and I would like to offer digital marketing for clients. Is there a place to learn more to apply e-com? I don't know who teaches e-com. Is it Nick Robbins or I'll find out for you, Carol, who teaches e-com. You can still apply the same general concepts that we teach or whatever to e-com, but there's also more of a strategy. There's more work to be done. There's more targeting. There's more, you know, catalogs and products and everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right, Ross. He's right. Cody Neer does e-com, guys. Actually, Cody Neer and Ross is planning it. So if you guys don't know, Modern Profits Cruise, we are doing an entrepreneur cruise. There are only 400 tickets. I don't even think they're on sale yet. They might be. There are only 400 seats. It's a group of like 15 speakers or 20 speakers, including Ross Williams about events, me about small business marketing, Jeff Miller, Cody Neer, a ton of other people I don't even know. But modernprofits.com cruise, that's going to be an amazing networking event if you guys want to go check it out. Ross, you can put your link below. I'm probably screwing that up. All right. Any last questions? Because I'm going to close it up. How are you marketing for the temp agency? I'm not marketing for the temp agency. They're actually on this call right now. I am helping them. So I'm consulting with them. So we jump on a call once a week. I support them throughout the week as much as I can and kind of guiding them the same way I guide you, but a little bit more obviously and differently for their industry. And it's how to optimize, how to get new clients, how to do the B2B, how to run ads so that they can do it by themselves. Let's say they wake up and want to run their own promotion or product or Facebook ads. They've been taught, they know they have the resources to do it. So yeah, I'm not doing it for them. But that's essentially what Cody Neer, Carol, his name is Cody Neer, N-E-E-R, I think. So yeah. All right, guys, this was fun. Check me out next Tuesday. Again, the agency challenge is closed already because I've maxed out. Look out for the next one. Also look out for the new group coaching program that I'm going to announce next year that you guys are going to be really interested in. I know it's going to be, you know, kind of like this concept where you have a lot more access to me one-on-one, but I have to run out. Thanks you guys. That was so much fun. If you have any additional questions, feel free to put them in the comments because I will answer them probably as soon as I'm done with dinner because I'm going to go meet some friends from New York, but yeah, bye.